Hi, everyone. We're going to show you how to create a module that will share modified assignments with one section and an unmodified assignment with those who do not need those modifications. So we're going to start by creating a module. So on your navigation panel over here, go to Modules and click the blue button that says Add a New Module. So because this is just a tutorial for you all, I'm going to call it a Sections tutorial. And I'm going to click Add Module. So the fun thing about modules is I don't have to go over here and click on pages and assignments to create my materials that are going into the module. I can do it directly by clicking on this Add button. So I can click Add, and I can first start with a landing page. So this landing page is going to have the main directions that every student needs to see, or an introduction to the assignment. So a landing page with directions, or an introduction.
You can create the page before you do this part, but you don't have to, like she said. You can create one right inside of the module and then go back and fix it later.
If you already did make your page, you can find it by scrolling here and then just selecting it. So if you have selected or you've created a new page and added your name, you're going to click Add. I don't want this one indented.
Right.
So I have left this one saying don't indent because that's the main landing spot for this new assignment. So I'm going to click Add Item, and it will show up here in my module. If I go to this page, I can add directions that I want everyone to see. So introduction, if I could type, to the assignment, directions that all students need to see can be right here, and I can click Save. Now I can look back at my module, I'm happy with it, and I'm going to add my first assignment. So the trick about making our modified and unmodified assignments is that we are going to create assignments that are not having students submit anything so that we can assign it to our different sections. So start by clicking Add in your module, and I'm going to click a new assignment this time. So this should be assignment instead of page. So if you've already created an unmodified assignment, you can select it from the list. But since I am creating this for you, I'm just going to call it the unmodified assignment. This is something that students will be able to view, so make sure you're naming the assignment appropriately. This is just for our tutorial. So I like my modules to look like an outline where I see what the big part is and then what the smaller pieces are below it. So I'm going to add a one-level indent to this assignment so that I know that it belongs to that landing page when I'm looking at it later. So I'm going to click Add Item, and you now see that this is nested under our landing page with the directions. So I need to add another assignment that is going to be my modified assignment. If you've already created your modified assignment, you can select it from this list, but we are going to show you a couple tricks that you need to make sure are in your assignment in just a moment. So now I have both unmodified and modified assignments underneath my landing page with directions. We're going to have to make one more assignment here. This assignment is the one that everyone is going to use to submit their assignment. This is what's going to allow the passback to still work for your class because every student in the entire class is assigned this one, but your modified and your unmodified assignments are only going to show up for the students who are supposed to see those assignments. All right, so let's start with our unmodified assignment. When we click on unmodified, we are going to edit the directions. So this is the directions for an unmodified assignment. I can give them their Google Doc that they're going to complete, like a worksheet or Google Slides that they're going to fill in right here. Always make sure you're changing it to copy. And what I'm going to make sure is that my assignment is worth 0 points. I'm going to use this as a formative assessment. It doesn't matter. Points doesn't matter. But under submission type, you need to make sure it says no submission. This is going to prevent it from confusing students about where they're supposed to turn it in. And you're not having duplicates or having to figure out where their assignment actually went. Another important thing is we in our class are using the passback to make our lives easier. You do not want this assignment to sync. You do not click yes on this. This stays no. I'm going to take this away from everyone. So under assign to, you're going to get rid of everyone and you're going to choose your section. So I'm going to type height, or this is the unmodified. So I'm going to submit this to Sullivan. So we named our groups by teacher. So I'm adding our sections by teacher. So I'm choosing the section of students who receive unmodified assignments to be assigned here. That means only students in this section will be able to see this assignment. You'll set your due date, when it's going to be available right here, and then you're going to save it. It will give you a warning saying that not all sections have been assigned to this assignment, and you did that on purpose, so you're going to go, okay, continue. All right, so next we need to look at our modified assignment. So I'm going to use next to get to my next assignment that we just made. You're going to do the same thing where you're going to give your modified directions and your whatever link you want them to do to get their assignment. Again, we want to make sure that it's 0 points, no submission, and it is not included in your passback. But this time, I'm going to assign it to the students that I want to receive modified assignments. So I'm going to assign it just to my section named heights. And I'm going to click save. Get the same error message, but we did that on purpose, so it's good. And then we're going to create where they're going to actually turn in their work. So we're going to do submit assignment. And here we're going to say, turn in your completed Google Doc here, and whatever other submission directions that your students need. This is where we're going to choose how many points the assignment is really going to be worth in the gradebook. We're going to make sure that we're happy with what assignment group it's in, points, and now we're going to change our submission type. So if we're submitting a Google Doc, I need to change it to an online submission type and allow them to do file uploads. This assignment, because it is going to be for everyone to turn in their work, we are going to sync this one to Infinite Campus. So this one is assigned to everyone, and it's going to sync through to Infinite Campus, so you're not having to copy your modified assignment grades into another assignment and making your life way harder.
It also helps. This is where, anything that you're doing, your modified students are only going to see the page that you made modified. The unmodified people are only going to see the page unmodified. They're not going to see both pages for the module. So that's kind of where we're able to make it where it's just one assignment instead of having to create two and the kids aren't sure which one they're supposed to use.
So I have to assign a due date before I can click save. All right, so if I view this in modules, it will now show that you have 2 0-point assignments and one that actually has the points associated with it. When students are directed to their daily assignments page, you will give them the link to this landing page with the directions and tell them just to click next in the bottom right corner. So they'll look at your directions. When they click next, it will take them to which assignment you gave them. So right now I'm in teacher view, so the next one in my order was unmodified. So if I had a student who was on my unmodified list, when they click next, this is what they'll see. They will not see the modified assignment. When my students with the modified group click next, they're going to see this assignment for them, which has all their modifications, and it's going to give them the link that they need. Once they're done, we need to tell them, again, click next, and this is where they're going to submit it. So this assignment will have the blue submit assignment button at the top where they can choose their Google Doc, they can upload it and submit it just like a normal assignment in Canvas.